It breaks my heart. They ain't believing us. We the best music. They play themselves. While you hating and being jealous, you could be over here embracing that love, more blessings, more life. God did. You either win with us or you watch us win. DJ Khalil.
They wanted to stop, ooh, but look at us now. They counted us out.
Time to say a
They
prayer.
didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't
bow our heads.
Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did.
God is great. Nosedive, they just praying that I crash. But those guys, they don't wanna see you last. That Jacob $3 million above your tax. A tub full of money, I still can't relax. Time spinning, Lord forgive me, I'm a sinner. Conquer divide niggas. Wrong side of the petition, only divine winning. Better listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me, God did. So leave me in the dark, swimming with the sharks. Dope boy, big calm, still the biggest boss. Got a kilo on the plate, send him on the freight. Or I could go and buy a bank, I know my money's safe.
They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't believe in us. Oh, but I know God did. Oh, yes, He did. Oh, yes, God did.
Sky is the limit, every day I reach. They was tired of me winning, now they dead asleep. No one see me with the ring, you better play D. Nigga, God did his thing when He made me. With the eyes stacked against me, I could crack the Vinci. I know only God could judge us, I say that but Britney. They smell blood like a shark, they start acting fishy. Well, I'ma have to act a ass and they gon' have to kiss me. Please don't hate me just to hate me. Before they overrate me, they gon' underestimate me. Funeral and wake me, bury me and excavate me. But I'm so cultivating, everybody replicate me. Nigga, face facts, dreadlocks, face tats, I'm the apex. I made the culture what I'm doing, they relate back. I fucked the world and what I did, I practiced safe sex. I prayed more and said less, God did the rest.
They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it up. They didn't.
It breaks my heart.
Oh, but I know God did.
Where we at, Goo?
Oh, yes, He did.
Where we at, Goo?
Oh, yes, God. But I know God did.
Hove did. Please Lord forgive me for what the stove did. Nobody touched the billy until Hove did. How many billionaires can come from Hove crib? I count 3, me, A, and Ree. Bronze and rock boy, so 4 technically. I left the dope game with my record clean. I turned the cocaine into champagne. I cleaned up La Madina with the same soap. Me and Loro talk about how we slang dope. Now the weed stores, can you believe this top? I put my hustle on the Forbes, can you believe this guy? Then we said fuck it, took the dope public. Out the mud, they gotta face you now, you can't make up this shit. Judge it how you judge it, say we going corporate. Nah, we just corner boys with the corner
Welcome
office.
to Keeping It Real with Khalil. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Khalil, episode 4. Today we'll be talking about Madisen and Makenlie Campbell, twin magic. Madisen Campbell, she comes from Harbor High School. She plays in the 6A West Conference. She's a guard in the class 2027. She's 5'7", and she's from Springdale, Arkansas. Her partner in crime, Makenlie Campbell, she comes from Harbor High School as well, and she's in the 6A West Conference, and she's a guard, and she's in the class 2027. She's 5'7", and she's from Springdale, Arkansas. Yeah, this year these girls, they went 25-6 overall. They in overall record. In conference, they went 14-2, and their only 2 losses came to their rival Springdale, which was a crucial loss, but it taught them and it made them become disciplined, and it made them fight even harder for their next goal. They qualified. They were top 3 finished in conference. Yeah, they finished top 3 in conference. The top 3 people in the conference were Harbor, Springdale, and Fayetteville. No order, but that was the top 3 teams in the conference. And you seen it when it came to tournament time. who was what and where they matched up at. They qualified for the 6A West tournament. Yeah, they qualified for the 6A state tournament. And they made a run. I ain't gonna lie, they made a run. And they showed what the Harbor Lady Wildcats is about. They made the run for Harbor High School and did it. And they did it for the girls' side of their school. And they like showed who they really were. And it really made them battle. But what made them battle was their last game in conference against Springdale for the conference championship. They didn't win the conference championship, but they battled, and it showed what these ladies were made of, and it showed what these two were made of. These two made the impact. These two made an impact all season long. I loved watching them, and I loved seeing them play. They made an impact. Yeah, they also made an impact in their key win against Rogers Heritage, 79-25. Big blowout, but they made the key win for them. They set up their teammates. They helped, set up the offense, defense. They, trusted in their coach and did what the coach asked. And they just did what they were supposed to do. They were ranked top 5 in Arkansas. Yeah, they were ranked top 5 in Arkansas for their class, for their position, and for school. And it shows in their game. Boom. 3. Look at that. Good pass. Sets it up and makes the shot. Then look what they do against my school, Bentonville West. Look at this. Pass to Hester. Bang for the layup. See that twin magic, that twin chemistry. Two to close out the quarter. Then look what they do against one of the best teams in the conference, Fayetteville. Puts it in the back door. Doesn't have to go all the way to the rim and takes a mid-range shot. Dang. I'm telling you, these two girls, they got a bag. Look at it. Another pass to sister. Boom. Against Southside. And look at that. Steps back. 3. Bang. Yeah, I'm just telling you, they got that twin magic, that twin chemistry, and they know how to help each other and make smart decisions. Another fast break. And that's what also they got in their game that just makes them amazing. The speed. I'm telling you, they're fast. That's why when they're getting done with basketball season, they're running track and field because they got that speed and they got that dominance. They're gonna go run and they're gonna go get better and they're gonna get faster, stronger. And then you see in their game of basketball how that helps them. They're running around there making all the speed they can around the court. Look at that. Spinning around the defense. Changing hands during layups. That's crazy work. Another one. They just getting it going. And then hear what they do against their rivals, the Springdale Bulldogs. Bang, just putting the points on the board for the Wildcats. Another one for Harbor. I'm telling you, that's what, when I watched them play, because I watched them this year, I watched them play Springdale, I watched them play Fayetteville, Rogers, and Bentonville West, and Bentonville. 5 games I watched them play. They are one of the key points of their offense and their defense. You cannot run their offense or their defense without them on the court because you're going to get a different game. And they just changed that game. And that's against one of the best guards in the conference, Jaden James. And look what she does to Reagan Cruisenberry. Puts the points on top of her. And then look, a block on Reagan Cruisenberry. And then she steals the ball out of Madisen Pizer's hand. You can just see it coming out of there. grabs the rebound over Sanaa Coachman and puts it back in. This is stuff that elite guards do and elite players do. They're gonna find the ball and get it and go and put the second chance points in. I'm guaranteed if we looked at the percentage of their second chance points in the league, they'd probably be one of the highest second chance points up there. Second chance points up there. Ooh. Look at it. Bang. Look at it. They don't even get baited by the pass. They make the steal out of that pass. Another fast break. I'm telling you, their speed kills. Boom! 3. I'm telling you. Look at that. Steal. And then look. Go push the ball in the rack. In the hoop. Makes the points and gets their teams victories and dubs. Finds open teammate, gets the layup. Then another mid-range layup. They know how to get around defenders. They know how to put their bodies in different positions so they can get around defenders. Look at that, another steal. I'm telling you. And then it ain't just a steal where it's steal and a pass. No, it's a steal and they go use their speed and they kill and they go straight to the rack. And then against their rival Springdale, rebound and a put back in the rim. Spin move, bang. Another spin move, bang, bang. They are just elite. I'm telling you, they're gonna develop, and they're gonna have some big things come their way. They already got good. Look at that, change the direction, change of hand. It's already coming. Look at this. Block. You ain't not in my house. Like Dikembe Mutombo would say, not in my house. Madisen. Here's their percentage, their average of their stats. Madisen, she scored 12 points per game. Assist, 3 assists per game, 4 rebounds per game, 2 steals per game. Her field goal percentage was 42%. Her 3-point percent was 36%. And her free throw percent was 70%. Makenlie, her partner in crime, her points per game were 15, 4 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game, 3 steals per game. Her field goal percentage was 45%. Her 3-point percentage was 32%. And her free throw percentage 75%. You can see just in certain areas how they're different. Because people think because they're twins, they're the same. No, they have different game and different things to their game. You can just look by their 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage, how different they are. How different they are. You can see. And you can see by who scores more, who doesn't. Because like I've said, and like I've seen, Madisen, to me, her game comes from her defense. She can shoot the ball. Yes, she can rebound. Yes, she can do this and that. But her defense is where she kills at. And Makenlie, where she kills at is that 3. She's going to make that, shoot that shot and make it. Because she knows that she's elite and she can do it. She knows that's what she has in her bag. Because like I say, they have a bag. And they have what I call a twin bag. Madisen, she's a deadly 3-point shooter. With deep range. Yeah, she has deep range. Yeah, Madisen, she has deep range, yeah. She can shoot the ball from far, and she will make it for you. She moves the ball well. She moves well without the ball, yeah. She moves it well, and moves well without it. She has great timing on cuts and spot-up opportunities, yeah. She cuts. I'm telling you, track helps. That speed, she knows how to cut and do the spot-up, and she does the practicing for it. Makenlie. She's an elite ball handler and decision maker. Yeah, she's an elite ball. She can handle that ball elite, and she makes great decisions. Like she told me, and I've already said, she says she wants to have handles like Kyrie Irving. She practiced on that, moving the ball around like that and fast, so she can move the ball around and make good decisions with it. She scores off of the dribble and transition. Yeah, she can score off the dribble and transition. You've seen in her tape a lot of it happening. She has strong court vision and creates for her teammates. Not just her sister. She doesn't just create for her sister. She creates for her other teammates like Ayani, Tabitha, and more than that. But she creates for her teammates. Gets in there. Brooke Owens, Jasmine. She creates for her teammates so they can win the games. Win the battles, win the fights, and go to the big deals and perform. Madisen, she's a physical perimeter defender. Yeah. Her defense kills. And I'm telling you, she's one of, I don't say it, she's one of the defensive players in the conference. These two, they both won all conference, all state, and defensive player, and offensive player. They won things and did things that other people in the conference didn't do. And coaches talk about these girls. And you see it. Madisen, she disrupts the passing lane with active hands. Like I said, yeah, she has the active hands. Her hands are moving. They're moving here, there, everywhere because she wants to get the steals, wants to get the blocks, wants to get the rebounds, wants to get this and that, wants to get all that good stuff so she can help elevate her game for herself and her team. She communicates well and switches and help defense. Yeah, you hear that. When you're on the field, on the court, you hear them talking. Talk. They're telling their teammates good things and helping their teammates so they can win and do the things that, other teams can't do. Makenlie, she has quick hands and high IQ on all ball defense. On all ball defender, dang. Yeah. Makenlie has them quick hands, and that's what she works on. Quick hands, quick handles, quick this, quick that, and it makes her IQ high on the on-ball defenders. She anticipates passes for steals. Yeah, I'm gonna say that her and her sister do that a lot. They know where the pass is gonna go. They're gonna take it, get the steal, and go take the fast break on it. Makenlie, she controls the pace and stops fast breaks. Yeah, when you get around her, she is not going to let you get a fast break because her speed is going to make it where you cannot get the fast break because she's going to go run and get the steal and go make her own fast break and do things other players can't do. Yeah, these two, they're working on their year-round development and high-level competition. That's what, AAO is doing for them. They're not just, working during the school year, during the school time. They're going to play, they're doing their school practice. They're doing school ball. They're doing AAO practice, individual practice. Their dad is practicing with them. And that's what I like. That's what is different from them. They're not just, they don't just take it from their coaches. Their dad is wanting them to work hard. Their dad is putting the work in there and putting the help in there. I love Mr. Campbell. He is amazing. And I tell him all the time, you did amazing with these two girls, and you keep it up, man, because these girls have something special coming for them, and they just gotta unlock that potential. They gotta keep doing. They gotta keep working and keep putting that dog in them, and keep going and going because, like I said, they got some big things coming their way. They're gaining exposure through regional showcases. Yeah, they go to camps. They go to when they play AO, they're not just playing in Arkansas. They're playing in Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma. They're playing all around so they can showcase their talent and show they can dominate not just Arkansas, but they can dominate all over. Makenlie, she's a key floor leader for her team in the summertime and in school. She just leads her team in good ways and does things that other players can't do, and she elevates her game so she can be above the competition and beyond the competition. Madisen, she's a trusted shooter and a consistent contributor. Yeah. You put that ball in her hand, you say shoot a three, you trust it that 99% of the time that shot is going in. And she's making it. Yeah, and she's consistent in contributing for her team so they can win games and win the battles and win the fights. Here, we're gonna talk a little bit about their twin magic. What I've seen after watching their film, talking to coaches, doing the research. I say they got the twin magic. They got natural connection and court awareness from years of playing together. Yeah, they've been playing together since they were knee high. They've been playing together since they was out the womb. Whenever they both pick up the basketball at the same time, they've been playing since their whole life together. She's an intelligent passer in space. They read each other's movements and instantly. Yeah, they read each other. They help each other. If Madison's gonna run over here, Makenlie knows to pass the ball over there and set up for the shot. They know each other, and they know how, and they've been working on their game together, so they can have that magic, that bond, that chemistry. So that, because I'm telling you, that's what makes them good, and that's what makes their teams good, because they are together all the time, and so they got chemistry that no one else has. They have a bond that no one else has. They have that sister bond that no one else has. Like I say, they're friends by choice and sisters by blood, and that's what makes their twin magic and their bond so heavy. They have complementary style. Makenlie's the creator, and Madison's the finisher. That's how I see it, in my opinion, and that's how I see it. And I've talked to coaches. That's what Coach Jenkins says, and Coach Tarver says about them, and and that's what our coach said. Coach Johnson at West said about them. A lot of coaches in the conference say that Makenlie, she creates the shots or creates the pass, and Madison just finishes, because that's what they have, that sister bond and that sister magic. They energize their team with passion, communication, and hustle. You see these girls, they will never be sad. I've never seen it. They always have high energy, high motive. They're always, want what's best. They always want to win. They want. But they also give, because they know that they won. Like I say, Makenlie, she just, always has a smile on her face. Madison always has a smile on her face. Always high energy. Always got, they're always picking somebody up. They're never putting nobody down. They're always, talking to people, trying to be leaders. And they are leaders. They are leading their team so that they, can get to the big games. Like this year, they got to the conference championship game. And they got to the state tournament. And they've won a bunch of games. And that's because of their leadership, and that's because they know that they want more from their teammates, their coaches, and trainers. They lead by example with their effort, IQ, and selfishness. You'll see that about them on the court. They always have high effort, even when they're tired. They are putting in the extra, even though they're tired sometimes. Or in their IQ, 9 times out of 10 they're not making dumb plays. It's rare when they make a dumb play. It's rare. They're unselfish. They're not gonna just get their stats up and shoot the ball, rebound and all that. They're gonna help, create for their teammates and help their teammates get there, and help their teammates, get the shots and help put points on the boards for other people. Their bond translates to trust, timing, and toughness in clutch moments. Yeah, that's how I sum up their bond. Their bond comes from trust. Because they trust each other, so their time is going to be nice. Their toughness is going to be, good in clutch moments. And I'll come back and I'll say that's on their timing. Another reason why their timing is so good, because they train all the time together. When they're training together in the gym, they're both in the same time. So they know their timing is. They know what one's going to do at this certain moment, because they've worked on that. But I've always told them this. I wondered what would happen if these two didn't play together. What would happen if they played against each other at one time? What would happen? We don't know. They're known across Arkansas for being, one of the most and best dynamic duos in the high school hoops. Yeah. When I look at girls, when I look at the women's hoop, I'm not gonna say girls hoops. I look at women's basketball around here in the state of Arkansas. They are one of the best duos. They're up there. They're up there in my top 5. They're one of the most and one of the best duos out there. I mean, that's because they have that bond, that magic, and they have something that just sets them apart from everybody else in the state, and they have something that sets them apart from everybody in their competition. They have D1 offers. They both have an offer to go to UAPB, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Makenlie, she has an offer to go to Wichita State, but in my opinion, I see them getting more. I see them getting more in their bag, more offers. They could potentially go to Arkansas, be the hometown heroes. Arkansas State, Little Rock Trojan, they go play there and be good there too. UCA, University of Central Arkansas, they could go there and be good there too. They can also go to Harding University. They in Arkansas and be good there too. They can go to LSU and be pretty successful. Go to Oklahoma, be pretty successful. They can go to Texas, be pretty successful. Oregon, Washington. They can go to some big places, big D1 places, and be successful. They also can go to D2 schools and be successful too. They will. I'm telling you, any college coach needs to put these girls on their roster, because these girls will be amazing. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're a college coach, don't be dumb enough to separate these two, because if you separate these two, you're gonna be losing out on one of them. You might as well get them together, because they're a package deal. Because they complement each other and they help each other. You're gonna get good talent if you take the both of them. They identify as top guards in Arkansas by scouts. Yeah, I've talked to some college coaches. I talked to other coaches in the conference. They say these two girls are one of the top guards that they have to coach against or watch in Arkansas. They're expected to gain more offers during their 2025 AAU circuit. Yeah, so I think this year they'll gain more offers. Like I named before, some of the teams I think they should go to, or some of the teams that they would fit in there and play good for. I'm also going to add to the table too, they could play for South Carolina. They could play for South Carolina hoops with Don Staley, and Don Staley's going to be getting 2 amazing guards, not just one, but 2 amazing guards. And they would be tough. They have strong interest due to their 3-point abilities and toughness. Yeah, a lot of coaches want them because they get you that 3. A lot of teams nowadays, you gotta have a 3-point shot to be successful. It ain't just about defense. It ain't just about offense. You gotta have some other things. You gotta have elite skills, elite guard handling, elite elite defense. To be successful. Their playing style fits many mid-major programs and NIA programs. Yeah, I think they can set the bar and raise that bar, and be better than what they are. And they fit a lot of the teams in the mid-major program and NIA programs playing style, because they play fast, aggressive, and they're flying around everywhere they got to go. Yeah, I think this year in their junior year, I think they're gonna grow in their junior year. They're gonna grow. This year they're focused on their strength, their leadership, and their consistency. That's what they told me. They told me they're working on getting stronger. You can tell that they're not the strongest people out there, but they are strong. Look, you can even see it. Look at their Madison's arm. Look at Makenlie's arm and Madison's arm. Look at it right there. Strength. They got the strength. They're growing it. They're getting better. They said their goal is to increase exposure at major showcases. Yeah, they're trying to go to the next level. And they said they got to work hard over the offseason, and then work extra hard over the offseason. And then sit down with coaches and talk about what they're going to do this year. And then train on that and execute and be great. Their AAU summer schedule is set to elevate profiles. Yeah, they're who they're playing with this year, the Mavs. During the summer, their schedule they're playing, the games they're playing is going to help set them to, elevate who they are as a person, player, teammate, leader, and play style. It's going to help them get better and better and better. Arkansas' future in women's basketball is right with the Campbell Twins. Yeah, I think, to sum it up, I think the Campbell Twins, I think the Campbell Twins, they're amazing. I think they're going to, they're going to elevate their game. And they're going to do things other people can't do. They're amazing. They have that twin magic, that twin bond. They're going to have a great year. Let's ride. Thanks for watching. Keeping it real with Khalil.